Welcome everyone to my first ever monthly portfolio update. This is going to be my update for January 2020. Each and every month, I'm going to be very transparent with everyone and show you the good, the bad, the ugly, and show you exactly how my portfolio performed within the market. Not hide anything, not alter the numbers, just show you the truth, what happened, whether it went up, it went down, whether I sold or bought. Just go over my little overview of the past month just to keep track of my progress for myself and to share the journey with everyone else. So just a quick snapshot. This is not how my portfolio ended at the end of January 31st at close. This is the updated portfolio as of close yesterday. So we're sitting at $33,532. Slight gain on the last market day of just $51, nothing too crazy. Overall, up $1,700, 5.5% in price appreciation. That does not include dividends that have been reinvested. And I'm not going to focus on my portfolio as of this moment right now, because this was recorded about a week into February, so it's not like month end January. So I have the old stuff recorded. I'm going to go back and show you that. But overall, my portfolio hasn't changed too much from my last updates. Couple new buys, but nothing too crazy. So if we move into my tracker here, I'm sure if you guys have watched my videos before, you've seen this tracker. Just a simple Excel tracker that I made myself. I didn't buy one off anyone. It's nothing too complicated. And I just use it to keep track of my holdings, how much I paid for them, how many shares I own, my gain loss on each particular holding, and the sector in general. As you can see, it's just divided into sectors: financials, utilities, consumer, energy, blah, blah, blah. As you just go down, see all the different sectors I have. Then at the bottom, I just have a little chart here that shows my sector diversification. Over the next couple months, I'm going to really work on getting some stuff into real estate and consumer. So I've grouped all consumer defensive, consumer cyclical, and all the different different companies. I just grouped them all into one. I'm not going to have enough of my portfolio weighted into consumer goods where I need to have the different types of consumer goods in different sectors. So I just lumped those all together. And for real estate, I'm going to invest in REITs, but instead of doing individual REITs, because you have to analyze REITs in a different way you would analyze a normal stock, I'm actually just going to go for a low-cost REIT ETF. And for me personally, I'm going to be adding on to Vanguard's Canadian Real Estate REIT, VRE. As you can see here, I have no shares yet, but I will be adding soon. That looks to be a purchase I hope to make in February, if not in March. And then same as before, you can see my gain or loss. This is updated as of market close yesterday, so this is not the perfect number for January 31st, but I had that on our next sheet. So as you can see, same as what Yahoo Finance, my tracker there shows, current portfolio value of $33,500 with gain of $1,700, not including dividends. So I'm just going to move over to the next sheet here where I'm going to show you. So because this is a January 2020 recap, I already made a video of my January 2020 income. If you'd like to see that, it's just a couple videos down on my channel where I actually went through each individual holding, how much they paid me for the month. But if you haven't seen that, just quickly recap. In January 2020, I earned $106.36 in dividends. So that is money I did not have to work for. That money was paid to me by the companies that I invest in and the shares that I own. And this is the best type of money you can earn because I didn't have to work for it. My money is working hard for me. I invested my money into the stocks. They earned a return, which means those companies that I bought paid out a small percentage of their earnings to me in the form of a dividend. So that's how I earned that $106.36 in January. Now just to scroll down to show you the growth in my actual entire portfolio value. So at the beginning of the year, January 1st of 2020, when the market, new year, just started this tracker, just started this YouTube channel. I actually started this YouTube channel just at the end of December 2018, but I really got into it right at January 1st of 2020. And for that, I made this channel just to show you what I'm doing right now, just to track my portfolio over time. I just started, it's only been my first month, and every single month, year over year, I want to make these videos, track it. I'm here for the long term, like I said, my investment strategy is long term. Same with my YouTube strategy. I will be investing for the next 30 plus years of my life. I plan on documenting my journey throughout the entire 30 years. So as you see, my first month, my portfolio value, I started 2020 at $29,267. And at the end, January 31st at market close, I had a nice jump up to $31,320. So that $1,000 jump right there, that was contributed to a couple different things. So as you can see here, my portfolio actually went up just over $2,000, $29,200 up to $31,300. So it went up just over $2,000. And that wasn't all just capital appreciation. In the month of January, I actually contributed $1,000 of my own money to the portfolio. I received that $106 in dividends that stayed in the portfolio and gets reinvested. And then I must have had, just to give you like what makes sense here, I had $900 of capital appreciation in the month of January. The month of January was overall, it was a good month for the market. Nothing drastic happened. This number was actually higher because on the January 31st, the market actually dipped about 1 to 2%. So before on January 30th, so if you watched my monthly income from January video, you'll see that my portfolio was actually higher than this $31,300 in January. But on the last day, right before I documented the progress, it actually had a nice little slight drop, which in the long run means nothing, but it just altered the numbers a little bit for this video. So yeah, as of market close January 31st, my portfolio was at a $31,320 value. So my first month, it was actually fantastic. I love to see that growth, and it makes me feel good seeing that over time, it does go up. Do I really care too much about the price appreciation of my stocks? Not really. I do want price appreciation over the long term, but in this short term, tracking month over month, it really doesn't bug me if the price drops or increases, because I know over the next 10, 20 years, they will go up slowly and surely, and that's all I need from this portfolio. I'm not the type of guy that wants like Tesla style returns where I want to double my money in a week or a month or triple it in a year. That's not who I am. I'm all about slow and steady long-term growth while growing my second stream of passive income through dividends. So for me, price appreciation is just a bonus. I really just want those dividends to flow in. I want safe, sustainable dividends that grow each and every year. And then from there, I want to reinvest them to purchase more shares, to pay me more dividends, and repeat that cycle over and over and over again each and every month until my dividend income can surpass my worked income and I can actually live and be financially free. And that's my goal. And that's why, as you can see, if I go back to my portfolio here, it is called financial freedom. Because that's the whole point of this. I'm not doing it. I'm not building this second stream of income. I'm not building up this portfolio to go buy a big house, to go buy fancy cars, to buy a boat. I'm doing this so I can be financially free, not have to worry where my money's coming from each and every month, and I can live off my investments and just wake up in the morning and do what I want to do to be happy. So that's the 1 month little change in my portfolio value. It's gone up, like I said, $2,000, a nice growth for that month. But once again, next month, who knows? At the end of February, it could dip, the market go down. Whenever we do enter a recession, whether it's this year, next year, I expect this number to go down drastically. That doesn't mean too much for me. Like I've said before, just more buying opportunities. So just move down. This is my favorite number of my portfolio. It is my projected 12-month income. So this is how much I should earn in dividends, my projected dividend income over the next 12 months if I stop investing today. If I don't contribute anything else, if I don't do anything else in my portfolio over the next 12 months, my 12-month projected income is how much money I will receive from dividends. So to take a look here to show you what I started with, at January 1st, so at the beginning of this year, I had a 12-month projected income of $1,180. So if I did nothing, all of 2020, I would have received that amount in dividends, $1,181. And that doesn't even include if any of my stocks increased their dividends through that year, which would have changed that. But as of January 1st, if nothing changed, that's how much I would have received in dividends. So for me, this is the number I want to grow. So my short-term goal for 2020 is to get this number to reach $2,000 in 12-month projected income. It will take a lot of capital contribution to my portfolio. It will take a lot of growth. It will take a little bit of at least 5 to 7, maybe even higher dividend increases from each of my companies for me to get there. But that is the goal. That is my short-term goal of hitting this over $2,000. If I reach that, that's great. That's a big milestone. If I don't, not a big deal. I will hit it in 2021. So over the past month, my 12-month projected income has gone up to $1,238. So that is a $50 jump in my 12-month projected income in 1 month. So as of February 1st, if I did nothing, I would receive $1,238 over the next 12 months in dividend income. Where this came from was I actually made a purchase in January with that $1,000 I contributed. We go back to my tracker, I'll show you exactly what I purchased. I purchased PPL, Pembina Pipeline. It's a pipeline company. Trade on the TSX. I can pull up their chart right now. Pembina Pipeline Corporation, 52.31 as the market close on February 7th, the date of this recording. And as you can see, this is just a pipeline company. Nice price appreciation. They pay a solid 4.8% dividend. And when I purchased this stock, the dividend was around 5% because I actually bought it when it was around $50, as you can see here. A little bit less than that, actually. My share cost was $48 a share. And I actually got lucky with this stock because I analyzed the company. I like the future goals of the stock. I have strong fundamentals. I have a strong belief in the future of this company. But I got lucky because 2 days after I purchased this stock at $48, they announced that they have a large new contract for a new project that will bring in billions over the next 10 years. So that new announcement really drove up the stock price because it made investors happy. So for me, I didn't know that announcement was coming. So I got that nice $4 per share price appreciation within a couple days of owning the stock. That wasn't my intention of when I bought this stock. I wasn't buying it for that price appreciation, but I just got lucky. I'm not going to say anything about it. I'm not going to say I analyzed it and I knew it was coming. The truth is, I didn't. I didn't know it was coming. I didn't know that announcement was coming out in the next couple of days. I just made the purchase because I had the capital contributed. I had analyzed the fundamentals of the company. I really did like the company, and I really think it can be strong long term. So I made the purchase. So this company, I own 22 shares at a book value of $1,056, and the current market value has increased, like I just mentioned, to $1,150. This company actually pays a monthly dividend. That's not the reason I purchased it. To me, it makes no effect if dividends come in monthly or quarterly, but it's just a bonus, I guess you can say. This company does pay a monthly dividend. So I will receive their first dividend in February, and you will hear about that in next month's episode of my monthly recap. And my dividend income for February, it will be included in that. So I purchased that mid-January, 22 shares, and that provided that $50 bump in my monthly income, like my 12-month projected income. Because that company paid about a 5% dividend and I invested just over $1,000, that works out to about $50 to $55 in yearly dividends. So that is exactly where this came from. One other thing that happened this month was one of my holdings, the Canadian National Railway, the only industrial company I currently own in this portfolio, CNR, long-term dividend play with a little bit of growth. This company actually increased their dividend as well. But the problem is, it didn't really affect my income too much because this company only pays about a 1.5% dividend. And I only have a current market value of it at like $1,250. I invested $1,250 at the time. That's my book value, as you can see. So I'm only receiving from them, if you look here, in total, I'm only receiving $23 from this company a year. This number was increased from $2.15 to $2.30. So that little increase is great. It did add a couple bucks to my portfolio, like my 12-month projected income, but it wasn't anything substantial. What really made that jump, what really caused that jump in my forward projected income was that purchase of PPL, Pembina Pipeline Corporation. That's what really drew it out, and that's what really created that large gain, that $50+ gain in my 12-month projected income. And that's all that matters for me. This number right here, it's a bit higher than what it is because I actually made a purchase already in February. As of this recording, I will enlighten you and share with you what that purchase was in next month's video. But that's pretty much it for today. That was just my 1 month, my first ever monthly recap. If you have any suggestions of what more I should talk about in the future, leave it in the comments below. But I just thought it would be great to track for my own progress and to share with everyone else the growth in my 12-month projected income, the change in my portfolio value, and just once again, just recap that I earned over $100 in dividends in my first real month of tracking my dividend income. So as always, I'm the Gen Z investor. I am a young beginner investor, and I just share my progress on this channel with everyone else. Feel free to subscribe and like the video if you enjoy and you want to see more, and follow me along my progress in the future. Thanks.